What's up, y'all? What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. My name is Janelle, and this is my channel. It's called Zenith Bliss, and I named it after a business that I started, natural hair care product line that I formulated. And I thought it was fitting to start a YouTube, but my YouTube, I want to be geared towards motivation for aspiring entrepreneurs like myself, like everything motivation. And I felt like this was the perfect opportunity. I've been having this on my to-do list. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for so long, and I finally did it. So I'm so happy. I'm so excited to make this video right now. But I wanted to share something, and I felt like this is the most appropriate time to share it. A piece of motivation that I got for myself from a book I started reading. I started this challenge. Make a long story short, I started this challenge. It's called 75 Hard. How's that going? We're not going to talk about that right now, but I had to get a book. I had to find a book that I could read for 20 minutes a day with this challenge, right? So I went to a secondhand store. I went to Goodwill, went to a thrift store because I get a whole lot of books from the thrift store, and I give a lot of books to the thrift store too. I feel like there's this like circle of like this imaginary book club in my head that I have with the Goodwill. Like I got people that donate books and I donate to them people, whatever. But here's the book. This is the book I found at the Goodwill, and it went into protection in like 2019. So I'm sure it's in circulation somewhere. Go to Amazon. I don't know if you're interested in reading it, but it's called Foundations of Execution. Right? It was written by a guy named Matthew Canning, and I started reading this book. And real quick, I'm trying to get my thought out because I don't want this to be a long video at all. Started reading this book, and immediately as I started reading this book, I knew why I picked it up, right? So there's this idea. I feel like a lot of us, when it comes to business, slow down, Janelle. I gotta tell myself to slow down because I can talk very fast. So I kind of slow myself down. A lot of us, especially new entrepreneurs, like aspiring entrepreneurs, we have this idea in our head. Or not only, I'm not going to limit it to just entrepreneurs. I'm going to say when you're working towards a certain accomplishment, right? You have this idea in your head that so many things matter that don't matter. It's like the motivation. You think that you need the right amount of motivation, so we're constantly seeking out these motivational videos and these videos that we think are going to give us some type of edge emotionally to kind of push us to do these things on our to-do list that get us closer to accomplishing our goals, right? For our business, right? Or whatever you want to accomplish. So you think you need motivation. You think you need the right mental clarity. So we're cleaning up our houses constantly, so we could get clarity, because that gives me clarity. But it gives other people clarity too. You're cleaning up your house. You're, looking for the support. You're trying to reach out for the support of other people. You're waiting for the resources to come in. But guess what? Like at the end of the day, what I found out, none of that stuff matters. Your energy level when you wake up in the morning and you don't feel like doing something, or you do feel like doing something, so you put your all in that day, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter how much energy you wake up with in the morning. It doesn't even matter that you're super motivated and that person is not motivated at all. It doesn't matter. And I feel like it kind of like a light bulb went off. I cracked some type of code. I don't know what it is, but none of it matters. None of it matters. Erykah Badu said it best. She had an interview and somebody asked her, why are you so happy? They were like, you're so happy. Like, how are you so happy? And so she said an answer that was so unexpected. Automatically you think you're going to direct it towards, oh, well, my kids, they make me happy. My spouse, my house, the way I live, my lifestyle, whatever. She didn't say any of that. You know what she said? She said, well, I keep my dopamine levels at a healthy level. And she started talking about serotonin and oxytocin and endorphins and things of that nature, like these brain chemicals that make us feel these happy feelings, these feelings that we call happy. That's what she named. And I thought it was so profound, and I could never get that out of my head, like what she said, because I was just like, wow, we attribute happiness to so many external factors. Like we think it has to do with our families and our spouses and kids and what we have and how much money we have in a bank account and how many things we have or whatever, the goals that we accomplish. But really, it's just a feeling that are induced by these chemicals that our brain produces. So it's just like at the end of the day, listen, if you want to feel happy, if you want to feel good, go get some sun, go eat right, change your diet, go get some exercise, whatever. You know what I mean? But all of that has nothing to do with what you're going to do, like what actions you're going to take in order to accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish. And I feel like I'm all over the place and I feel like my message is not even clear, but I definitely just had to get that much of it out, right? Because we think that my point is, we think that the way we feel sometimes is directly connected to what we should do, how much we should do, how we should show up, how hard we should work that day. But really, when it comes to accomplishments, it has nothing to do with it. It has something to do with something else. Not that it's not important. And the reason I'm going like this is because I'm saying that it is not directly connected to what you want to accomplish and how you're going to accomplish it and the things that you need to accomplish it. That's something separate. It has to do with something else. Like I said, if you want to feel happy while you're doing it, okay, cool. Go get some sun, go eat right, change your diet, go get some exercise. I don't know what to tell you. Go get some sleep, go do all them things so you can feel happy while you're doing this stuff at the same time. But at the end of the day, it is not an indication that there's an opportunity that awaits you that day, or today is not a good day for, to go out and venture out and put in some hard work and put in some energy into what you want to accomplish. Today is not that day because you don't feel good. No, that has nothing to do with it. Every day is a good day. Every day there's opportunities. Every day there's opportunities that await us. Every day we should put in our all, give 100, 10 toes, all of that. Every day we should be on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like Kanye said. Every day. That has nothing to do with it. Our emotions are, how positive we are that day, how much energy we have that day, the resources, the support we have that day has nothing to do with it. And I guess, I don't know, it felt like maybe a relief or something, because I always felt like I've been waiting for these pieces of the puzzle to fall together to really go in, like I need to go in. Your emotions are no indication about your capabilities and what you are capable of. It has nothing to do with it. It's a whole separate issue that needs to be dealt with separately, on a separate, whole platform, that has nothing to do with it. The thing is, my point that I'm getting across is execution is king. Execution, strategizing to execute. I know execution has a couple different meanings and it has a dark meaning, but I'm not talking about that dark meaning. I'm talking about the meaning of doing, getting it done, doing something, actually focusing on something and doing it, accomplishing it. Do it. Once you execute on something, and I'm pointing to the book, I keep pointing to the book because all these are like little principles and nuggets and gems and things that I've gotten from the book, right? Once you execute something, failure is non-existent. Failure can't happen anymore. It's done. It's done. Failure can't happen anymore. It's done. Once you do it, there's no need to be scared that you're going to fail, that failure, it becomes non-existent. It's already done. It's done. You didn't fail. You accomplished it because you tried it. You followed through with it. You executed it. So you accomplished it. The other thing I wanted to say, execution is king. It's all about execution this year. This year is a year of execution. We're not overthinking. We're not talking about it to a bunch of people. We're not constantly writing things down. Like, all of that stuff is good, well, and fine, but execution takes precedence. In this book, you don't need this book, of course. All you need to do is list out the steps of, figure out what it is that you want to accomplish, first of all. Once you figure out what it is you want to accomplish, list out the steps that you're going to take to accomplish. List out the things that you want to accomplish. Break them down into steps. The steps that you're going to take to accomplish those things, and then go further with it. They even this brought out how time blocking, right? I feel like I've done time blocking in my life, but I did it like not intentionally, right? But now I do it intentionally because I learned that this is a thing. Time blocking is a thing. Making appointments for yourself, just like you make a doctor's appointment and you set a specific amount of time, maybe a 30-minute time block to go to a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment, or you make an appointment with a friend to go out. Make an appointment with yourself, and all these things that are on your to-do list that you need to get done, block that space of time out. So whereas if you were to make an appointment with yourself, time block to work out in the morning at 6 a.m. from 6 a.m. to 6:40 a.m., you wouldn't get up at 6:40 a.m. and say, you know what, before I go do this workout, I'm gonna make a cup of coffee. No, making a cup of coffee will have its own time block. That is how strategic we are going to be this year, and how intentional we're going to be this year in our accomplishments, everything that we want to get done to bring us closer to this big goal, whatever big goal that you have, whatever accomplishments that you want to achieve this year. We're breaking them down. We're breaking them down. We're breaking we're time blocking, breaking our schedule down. We're understanding that these emotional aspects, or these, physical things that do affect us, they do affect us, but they don't stop us from executing. They don't stop us. And they're not an indication that we should or we shouldn't execute on something, do something. All these ideas that we have in our heads, these business ideas, these inventions, these plans that we have in our head that have been there for years, and that have been so dormant that they fell asleep in there, and we got to wake them back up. Wake them up, because we're birthing all these ideas this year. We're birthing them with intention, with effort, energy behind them, and we're getting it done this year. This is our big one. Like the kids say, they say, do your big one. If we were ever going to do our big one, this is the year to do our big one. Okay, my bad. Sorry. I had to start a video so it wouldn't be too long to upload. So at the end of the day, like I said, we're doing our big one this year. This is our big year. So follow me, subscribe to my channel. I want to post on this channel pretty often, really often, because I also want to document my own journey. Currently, I still work a 9 to 5. I'm still in the corporate world. I'm still trying to transition out of that world and transition to the full-time entrepreneur world. So I'm actively doing that, and I'm actively working, but this is the first year that I really am starting to be honest with myself and to say, have you been giving 100%, Janelle? Honestly, no, I have not. Have you been giving 90%? No. Have you been giving 50%, 40%? Come on, Janelle, have you been giving 25%? Honestly, I have not. So this is the first year that I'm actually striving to give 100% of everything, 100% of everything, because this is the year that, like I said, I'm executing on everything, every idea and related to what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm birthing it, and I encourage you to do the same. And I hope that I can give some valuable encouragement and some gems or something that can spark something in you that can get you excited again. If you've lost your excitement, if you've lost any type of motivation, get it back. Let's get it back. Let me help you get it back. Let me help you get it back. You know what I'm saying? I feel like certain things that spark me, I need to be leaning my flame on somebody else's light or whatever, leaning it on someone else to spark them too. And this should be like a domino effect. We should be sparking each other. We should be getting each other excited, because this is not just business ventures that we have or inventions that we have. These are things that we have inside that could change the world. Things that we have inside that could change the energy around us, that can change other people's energy, that can change the way other people live, that can change the way other people survive. So it's very important for us to execute and not to keep these things in. I know we all have a story. Real quick, I'm gonna tell this story because I don't think I've ever said it out loud or whatever on a platform like this before. But I used to have this idea years ago, probably over 15 years ago. I was young and I had this idea. As young as I was, I still had a brilliant idea, and I'll tell you why. Well, you'll figure out why it was brilliant. But I had this idea, and I used to talk to my ex about it all the time, and I would say like, wouldn't it be cool? I was a person who ate fast food more than I should have, more than I should have. I was always in a fast food line, always in a fast food line, okay? Specifically McDonald's, because I love me some McDonald's nuggets with some sweet and sour sauce and hot French fries, okay? So I was in a McDonald's line. I was just like, dang, we always in a fast food line. Wouldn't it be cool if if there was a delivery service that delivered from anywhere, right? And my idea was that I had a business name and everything. The business name was going to be called Deliver Me From, and it was a play on Deliver Me From Evil, because we all know that fast food can wreak a little evil on your bodies. But it wasn't Deliver Me From Evil. It was just going to be called Deliver Me From. So it was basically going to be a play on Deliver Me From Evil, right? But it was Deliver Me From. So I said, wouldn't that be cool? And he was like, I guess, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it would be a little hard to kind of find the drivers from all over, the country or the world to deliver this. I'm like, but yeah, but wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool? And I would just daydream about it, and I would daydream about just being able to have some type of service. I didn't know how it was going to get done, but I'm just like, we need a delivery service that can deliver from anywhere, whether you wanted pizza or McDonald's or Burger King or whatever, Chinese, whatever you wanted, to be able to deliver from that place, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Daydreaming about it all the time. Years and years and years and years passed, and we know what happened. Somebody else had that idea themselves. They had the idea. This is a good business idea. Deliver them from anywhere. They came up with their business name, and guess what they did? While I was writing it down, while I was dreaming, while I was meditating, while I was talking to people, they actually took their dream and brought it to life. They executed on everything that they needed to do to bring that dream into reality, to bring it to life. They probably listed their steps and they followed through with their steps. And if they hit any walls or something that they didn't know how to do or something that they didn't understand, well, how am I going to get an app? How am I going to try to find Google? How am I going to get an app? Well, contact the company that creates apps, because there's hundreds of them. They'll create the app for you, make it do what you want it to do. You know what I mean? They were actually executing. And that's a lot of us. While we're dreaming, we're sleeping. Like, while we are sleeping on ourselves and sleeping on these dreams and these business ideas and things, there's somebody else who's having that same idea that's actually executing on those things, on those ideas. So we're not sitting aside and doing that anymore. We're not going to do that anymore. We are actually going to execute. This is a year of execution. This is the year of doing. This is the year of birthing all these ideas and business plans and ideas and things. This is the year that we're going to actually birth them. I'm ready. I'm excited, and I hope you, once again, follow this channel. I said it a few times before, but subscribe to this channel. And I'm curious, because I know everybody has a story that's similar like that. Comment down below. Let's get it out now. Let's get it out now, because that's the last story that you will ever have that you will be able to tell like that. Comment down below. What's your story? What idea did you have years and years and years ago that somebody else had that same idea and they actually executed on their plan and they brought it to life? And now you have to watch them. You got to watch them eat off of it. And that's on you. That's on you. That's on me. That was on me. That's on you. But it won't happen again. It won't happen again. Not on our watch. Not on our watch. Not as long as we are executing these plans, bringing these plans out of our head and giving them wings and giving them legs and letting them come into reality, letting them come alive. And we're putting our full 100% effort behind them. Despite anything that's going on, despite how we feel, we're moving on these things, and we're moving on them now. Now is the time to move on them. Everything that you wanted to do and wanted to accomplish, now is the time. Now is the perfect time for so many different reasons. But yeah, we will see each other again. That's the end of this video. It wasn't too long. Subscribe to my channel. Once again, comment what was the invention, what was the business idea that was supposed to be yours, but you let sit in your brain and go dormant, and somebody else followed through with that idea, and now they living a life that, you know what I'm saying? But it won't happen again. It won't happen again. So until next time, peace, y'all.